Hello, welcome to the lecture. So, in this part, we will see another type of modes of failure, which is under reinforced and over reinforced. Already, we have already understand that what is under reinforced section and what is over reinforced section. So, in this part, we will see more features of this under and over reinforced section. So, first of all, I will show you this diagram. So in this diagram, if we see that this is a beam section. So in the beam section on the tension side, we are providing the reinforcement, which we call AST. So in case of balanced section, we call this AST as AST balance, and neutral axis coefficient. In case of balanced section, we call it N naught. Okay, and in case of this, this is called the depth of neutral axis. So in case of balanced section, we call this as XCR. So XCR means critical depth of neutral axis. So I'm writing here XCR is critical depth of neutral axis. So in case of balanced section, the depth of neutral axis is termed as XCR, and XCR can be calculated using this relation, because we already know that X by D is N, and in case of balance section, N becomes N naught and X will become XCR. So from this relation, this value arises. So now when we talk about the under reinforced section and over reinforced section, see we always compare under reinforced and over reinforced section with the balanced section, because we consider balanced section as the ideal section. So in case of under reinforced section, the depth of neutral axis, there you can see. So in the second diagram, you can see in the under reinforced section, the depth of neutral axis is lower than the depth of balanced section. So in this case, XCR. So here you can see the depth of neutral axis under reinforced section will be lower than the critical depth of neutral axis. Why it is happening? Because the steel is reaching its permissible stress first, while concrete still has some capacity to take the load. So corresponding to this diagram, if I show you the fourth diagram, so fourth diagram is showing the stress diagram, and for under reinforced section, you see, so under reinforced section will be considered up to this value. So you can see this dotted line. This dotted line follows this path. So this is the, now you can see this, I have made the red diagram. So this red diagram belongs to under reinforced section. So here you can see corresponding to this, the actual stress in concrete F is FCBC, and this FCBC is less than sigma CBC in case of under reinforced section, while FST is equals to sigma ST by M. So this happens in case of under reinforced section. So FST will be equals to sigma ST, while FCBC will be less than the sigma CBC, and sigma CBC is the permissible value, FCBC is the actual value. So in case of steel, actual stress is equivalent to the maximum permissible stress, while in case of concrete, the actual stress is less than the permissible value. So that is why I am saying that when the steel is considered as failed, at that time FCBC is lower than sigma CBC, which shows that concrete still can take some more stress because it is not reached up to the value of sigma CBC. So in this case, so this is what I am talking about, the under reinforced section. So now if we talk about the over reinforced section, so now over reinforced section is showing in the third case. So in case of over reinforced section, concrete will fail first, while still will have some capacity to take the load. So in this case, the neutral axis is placed below the neutral axis of balanced section. So this line is the neutral axis of balanced section. So as compared to the balanced section, the neutral axis lie below to this. And we can say that depth of neutral axis in case of over-enforced section will be greater than the critical depth of neutral axis. So that is the case of over-enforced section. And yes, in case of one more thing I missed, in case of under-enforced section, the area of steel will be lower than the area of steel of balanced section. So whatever steel we have provided in case of balanced section, the tensile area of steel in under-enforced section will be lower than this. And because of that, steel will fail first. While in case of over-enforced section, we provide area of steel more than the area of steel of balanced section. So which means we are providing steel more than required. So in such case, what will happen? Steel will not fail first, but concrete will fail first. So because of that, the strain diagram will be looking like this. So now again, follow this red diagram that I am making for you. So now you can see over this, this is the stress diagram for the over-enforced section. So in this case, you can see corresponding to this value is sigma CBC. So in this case, FCBC will be equals to sigma CBC. While in case of steel, the FST value will be lower than the sigma CBC. So it is completely opposite to the under reinforced section. So these are the things that we have to consider while we calculate the capacity of the beam. So first we need to determine whether our section is under reinforced or balanced or over reinforced. Then only we will be able to determine the capacity of the beam. So these relations, these values that I am showing you, we will be using these values to make some relationship to get the capacity of the beam section. So now we can say that beam can fail under three modes of failure. One is balanced failure, under which concrete and steel will attain the failure strain at the same time. In case of under reinforced section, steel will attain failure strain first, and at that time concrete will still have some capacity to take the load. And in case of over reinforced section, concrete will fail first, concrete will attain failure strain first, while steel will have some capacity to take the load. Now we will see some features of the under and over reinforced section. So from the previous diagram, we can conclude that the actual depth of neutral axis is less than the critical depth of neutral axis. So it happens when the section is under reinforced. The next case is tension steel reaches the maximum permissible value prior to the concrete. So this is again we have already covered in the previous slide. The third point is area of tension steel is less than the balanced section. So this is also I have explained that AST in this case will be lower than the AST balance. So that is the third feature that comes under the case of under reinforced section. And in case of under reinforced section, the failure of beam will be termed as tensile. Why? Because in this case, we will consider that steel will reach its yield strain, and because the steel is ductile, so the beam will be having excessive deflection like this. If the beam is like this, and if it is failing under the under reinforced section, so you can see this beam will deflect more. So when the steel will be failing, the deflection will be very high. So because of this excessive deflection, we will consider this failure as the ductile failure or the tensile failure. In this under-reinforced section, the section suffers large deflection, as I just told you in the previous, in this case. It will suffer large deflection, and also before the failure, the beam will have some cracking at the lower side, and therefore the failure is termed as the ductile failure, which means the, the beam is not failing suddenly. It takes time because the deflection will occur gradually. It will not occur suddenly, it will occur gradually, and therefore it will give the time to escape or to apply some remedial actions to the beam, which means it will give us sufficient time to repair if in case of the failure. So as I just said, ductile failure gives sufficient warning before failure, and hence it is advisable. So if we are being asked that which section which we should prefer in case of concrete beam design, so we say that we should design our beam as under reinforced, because in this case the failure of beam will be ductile and it will give us sufficient warning before the failure, and therefore it is being advised. Well, why we don't use over reinforced section, we will see that in the next slide. When the section is over reinforced, there are some features in this case also. The first case is the neutral axis depth will be more than the critical depth of neutral axis. This is what we have seen in the previous slide where I was showing you the figure. The second feature is concrete will reach its maximum permissible value prior to the steel. So in this case, concrete will attain its maximum permissible value first, than the steel. And in this case, area of tension steel, which is AST. So AST in this case is more than the AST balance. And in over-reinforced section, the failure is considered as compressive or brittle. Why? Because in the previous case, in case of under-reinforced section, steel will fail first and steel failure will be shown as excessive deflection. But in case of concrete, because we know that concrete is very weak in tension and also concrete is not ductile, so the failure of concrete will be brittle and sudden. So if the failure from the concrete side is happening, it will fail suddenly, which means it will not give us sufficient warning to repair or to escape even. So as we know that concrete will be crushed, so the failure of concrete will be considered as compressive. And we know that concrete is good in compression, so if it is failing, it will fail under the compression. We consider that in this case. And as I just said, as there is no significant warning before the failure, Indian Standard Code does not permit over reinforced section design. So even the Indian Standard Code is not allowing us to design our beam as over reinforced section. So Indian Standard Code recommend us to design our beam either as balanced section or the under reinforced section. Well, designing balanced section is very difficult because how much reinforcement will be required, it is very difficult, because in the Indian Standard Code also the limit of reinforcement that is being given in the IS code, it is again referring to designing the under reinforced section. So now onwards we will consider that we will design our beam section as under reinforced section only. So we will continue our lecture in the next part. Thank you.